Attachment, healthy, secure, peaceful, stable relationships is something that we all seek in life. But let's be honest, not all people get that. In fact, majority of people are struggling in their relationships. They are struggling to find that safe, secure, healthy relationships. Now the question is, why is this?
Disclaimer alert! Disclaimer alert! Please pause the video and read the disclaimer.
John Bowlby is a British psychologist who actually traces this issue back into childhood. Even though this is not the only answer to why you might be struggling into your relationships, it is definitely something to pay attention to. It's something that you should pay attention to, which might actually solve some of your issues. So John Bowlby came with what we called the attachment theory. And I love his quote. He says that secure and stable attachments are as essential as vitamin D to your bones. All right, so we do need secure and healthy attachments in order to thrive in life. And he came up with 4 attachment styles. The first attachment style is secure attachment. That means you are confident in yourself, you feel safe and secure in your relationships with other people. The second one is anxious ambivalent. The third one is anxious avoidant. And the fourth one is anxious disorganized. So basically we have 1 good type of attachment, which is secure attachment, and 3 that are kind of like not good. Actually, they're not good. I don't have to try to tiptoe around that. And then with those all 4 of them, the first 3, which is secure attachment, anxious ambivalent, anxious avoidance, they are, and the last one, which is anxious disorganized, is attachment. Okay, so to help you understand these type of attachment, let's think of a mother of 4 children, so that each child can have a type of attachment. This Umamuzono is a married woman with 4 children, and out of nowhere her husband leaves. I don't know, let's say he dies, so we don't have to blame fathers for anything. But before that, her and her 4 children were happy, living happily in a happily environment, right? She paid attention to the kids. They were all happy and secure. But dad being gone forced the family now to change their living situation. So mom had to work more hours. Mom had to try and pick up the bulk of all the things that dad used to do. All you single mothers there, you probably know how hard it is to try and suddenly do everything yourself when you had a partner that helped you. It doesn't matter if it's a nanny or if it's a grandmother or it's a grandfather. Co-parenting with somebody is helpful. So to go back into attachment, so the first child, let's say, is Makako. She's 8. She's secure. She's grew up in a peaceful, stable home. She knows that even though mom is going out to work, mom will come back home. She knows that mom is still mom and home is still home, right? So she doesn't feel confused about what's happening. So she grows up to be a person who's confident in herself, who's able to form stable relationships, who knows that people have their own schedules, their own timetables, their own feelings, and their own life to live. So she's secure, and that secure is secure attachment. She grows up to be a person who is secure and who has healthy and meaningful relationships. Actually, this person who's secure can actually have healthy or good relationships with people without secure attachment. So if a person with avoidant attachment is scared and they're avoiding, a person who has a secure attachment, they don't take it personal. They don't fight with them and say, what's wrong with you? If somebody has an anxious attachment, ambivalent, they're able to reassure them and help them go past, those people that can get along and be peaceful with everybody. Those are the secure attachment people. Attachment is a child who is 5. So let's say Leabo is 5, is a younger sister to the older sister, and her brain is not fully developed. She remembers what it was like to be with mom and dad, and she remembers the peace in her home, but she doesn't understand why suddenly is my mom so busy. How come my mom has no time for me? And how come my mom doesn't look at me anymore? She doesn't have time to cuddle me. And so she becomes very clingy. When mom moves, she moves with mom. She hugs mom a lot. If mom is too busy, she throws a tantrum. Those kids who get attention at home by misbehaving. So it's either she yells or she does throw tantrums. That's how she get attention. So now this is called ambivalent, because once she gets the attention that she misbehaved to get, she acts as if she doesn't care about it or that she doesn't want it. But remember that she cried for that attention. So these are people who grow up to feel insecure in themselves, right? They are called moody. They are called unpredictable because they want the love, they want the attention, but they are afraid of having good things, because to them, you can have that good thing, that good family, that stable family, and it can just disappear out of nowhere. So they try to say to themselves, I don't care, good or bad, I don't care. But really, when you don't give them anything, then they throw a tantrum. That's where the mood swings and the explosions come in. Okay, so the third child is James. I don't know. Let's say he's 2 and he has to stay with grandmother and auntie while mom suddenly has to go to work. He was developing kind of good too, learning to explore his surroundings and learning to explore his emotions. And grandmother and auntie really love him, but they are super strict. Like they don't take nonsense. You mess up, you will, they get to a point of, even being punitive, right? They don't take any nonsense. And that lack of taking nonsense kind of thing scares James, right? He's not used to that. So he learns, Guti, I cannot express myself. I cannot explore too much. And I cannot just be free roaming as I did at home because I get in trouble. So he learns to avoid the love and attention that he needs in order to thrive and become a fully developed, healthy human being. So they learn to suppress their emotions, they learn to suppress their true feelings, they learn if they need love, they go, it's not safe, right? They'd rather avoid, those people, you ask them how you feeling, I don't care, they're happy with whatever, as long as they have enough distance within themselves to protect themselves. So out of the 3 that I have spoken about, have you noticed any of it in yourself? Do you think the attachment style was how you were parented as a person? Anyway, let's keep going to the 4th. So the 4th disorganized is James' little brother. He is 1 and he stays with auntie and grandma as well. But he is confused because he doesn't have a taste of anything good, right? By the time he was a toddler, dad died, so his family life became chaos. Now he's staying with people who loves him, but they're also very chaotic, right? They are very unpredictable, they get angry, and it's just chaotic, right? So this can happen to people who are also physically, sexually, emotionally, or abuse. Any form of abuse can cause this chaotic, because these people need that. Remember what Bowling said, that we need that love and kindness and sweetness as much as our bones need vitamin C to survive, to thrive, right? So he needs this love, tenderness, care, and assurance from people who are actually hitting him, who are abusing him. So he is either he goes, do I go towards the love and care that I need? Because I mean, these are the only people, he's our only caregivers. He's one. It's not like he can try and go find love somewhere else. You know, it's not like a girlfriend or a boyfriend who breaks up with you and you can just go and find the love somewhere else. So he go to that love, seek the love from the people who abuses him, or does he run for safety? Because these are the people who are hurting him, but these are also the only people who have the resources that will help him thrive, right? So these people also happen to have de-association issues, right? And that's when the mirroring comes in. And the best way that I can explain mirroring is, let's say you grow up being hit, or you grow up being verbally abused, right? Or every time you woke up in the middle of the night at home and there was noise, and every time there was noise in your home, somebody was hit. You know, there was a fight in your home, and then you go to a place and somebody raises their hand and you duck, because a raising hand to you does not mean question or hello, it means hitting, right? And or you grew up being verbally abused. That's somebody who is reckless, who has a light kind of sense of humor, who likes to tease. They tease you, you know, they thinking they're playing with you, but because you've been put down and belittled and degraded so much that to you it feels like, that's not a joke, right? It's almost as if they become uptight. You can't really joke with them. You can't really be light with them. Or they go to a stadium where people, when they see a goal, they're like, yeah, they're celebrating. To this person, it frightens them. It's like, yeah, I can't deal, right? It's because the brain will mirror what it has experienced. And because the brain has experienced negative experiences, anything that happens, they become very suspicious people. They become very distrusting. If you love them, they want to know why. If you become a friend to them, they're already thinking, oh, you are coming to betray me. I'm watching you. So even though I've given you all these examples using kind of one family, I hope that it helps you understand what the different types of attachment is. But I don't want you to think that this is the only source to explain why you might be struggling with your relationships. And there's a lot of work. I'll make more videos on how to heal yourself if you are in any of these negative categories. And if you're not sure, I will leave a link below this video where you can take a test and it will tell you which attachment style or parenting style that you had. And also, I want you to know that it's not black or white. Some people have a combination of both, or I've only seen people with a combination of one or two of the attachment styles, because most of us, we grow up not in single home parents, right? We still have grandparents, we still have moms and dads, or moms and moms, whatever. And those people influences us differently, or they react and behave differently to us. So you kind of might learn both attachments at the same time, right? So you might it's a spectrum. All right, so I'm looking forward to hearing what people have to say about their attachment styles or the results that they see from the attachment scores. So, please subscribe, and I will make more videos about, actually I'll wait for you guys to tell me which attachment style I should make a video about.